Minute.
Shalom Akim. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and infinite glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Yahweh Kakadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles like Great Millstone, and peace and salutations to you, hopeful like Akim out there laboring by pushing this word in truth and in sincerity. This lesson is going to be about an example about gradualism and the boiling in the frog analogy, because Esau doesn't ever do anything too quickly. He always does it very slowly. And boiling a frog in water is just like this. If you throw a frog in a boiling pot of water, he's immediately going to jump out. But if you slowly turn up the heat when he's already in the water, he won't jump out until he's boiled because he's stubborn. So what you have to take from that is the frog jumping out is an example of an all-out resistance to this man's new beast system if he goes too quickly. But if he goes gradually where people don't notice it as much and they get more accustomed to it little by little by little, then that's when you're going to fully realize that, hey, it's too late to jump out. You're already dead. And that's what's going to happen when these people go away from the US dollar and they transfer all of their wealth into a CBDC. Because once that happens, because he may not push the charagma right out the gate when the CBDC is already up and running, like the Fed now that's going to be going live in July, and they already passed the laws for those acts to take place. So what's going to happen is once these people do get fully invested, they start using a CBDC as a world currency. Eventually, the charagma is going to come through consent of the people. He's not going to hold you down, put a gun to your head, and force a chip in you, because the way to commit an ultimate sin, and this is just speaking as a man, a way to commit a sin is not just doing the sin out of ignorance, but knowing what not to do and you still decide to do it. And that's part of washing the blood off of our hands by constantly pushing this message out there to the people, and mainly to the elect, because that's the only people that are really going to understand and take heed to the message. But this is just an example, and I spoke about this briefly in a video that I did earlier, but I just wanted to show this in case the Akim Wakwat did not see it yet.
Mega kumbali.
Notice how they're excited, man. That's just stupid as hell, man. These people are going to be excited when they can just tap their hand, too. And you get the point. I can't listen to that for long, man. These people are just so they really, really they dumb, man. Because the fact that they're excited about having a machine in between them and their water is just idiotic, man. You should be able to go to the river and just get it, not have to use a middleman and go through a fucking machine, or a hand pump even would be better, because it's not like you have to scan a card, man. What happens when the social credit system is introduced and these people made a bad post, spoke out against the government, now they get no water, man. You see how fucking idiotic these people are, man. And these are just booty scratching Hamites, anyways. But this is a representation of the mentality worldwide, man. There's already people in Sweden that are already chipped up, man. So this is just an example of how they're gonna put the CBDCs integrated into systems that you need to survive. For example, grocery stores, getting water, getting paid, paying rent, buying gas. These certain things are going to be life or death if you do not have the Kragma. But that is the faith that we have, that Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is going to take care of his servants. Like it says in the scriptures in Isaiah, he says, my servants shall eat and my servants shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty, ye shall be hungry, roughly paraphrasing. And the scriptures that I wanted to get with this, since this devil is going to force us down the throat of the world, you know, this is what's going to happen to them, man. Because the majority of these people that think they're going to try to flee from the system, that they're going to try to be able to go to the woods and deliver themselves and something like that, it says that these beasts are going to change places. So let's say you make it to the forest. Well, who knows if you're going to be able to find any deer or animals to be able to sustain yourself out there, or the Lord can dry up all the rivers, man. We understand that ultimately the vast majority of these people are going to perish. This is 2 Esdras 15 and 56. Like as thou hast done unto my chosen, saith the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, even so shall Yahweh do unto thee, and shall deliver thee into mischief. And mischief is like a troubling situation, like the examples in Amos 3, as one is flee from a lion and met with a bear, run into a house, lean his hand on the wall, and get bit by a snake, roughly paraphrasing. 57, thy children shall die of hunger, and thou shalt fall through the sword. Thy city shall be broken down, and all thine shall perish with the sword in the field. Because we understand that the most people that are vulnerable to famine are the elderly and the young. But hey, people are going to try to defend their family through carnal means, which there's nothing wrong with that. But the Lord is going to set it up for judgment on these people. That's why it says, and thou shalt fall through the sword, and that is any killing instrument. Thy city shall be broken down, because these cities are going to be running through chaos. We've all seen The Purge. We've seen the Book of Eli. We've seen all these post-apocalyptic movies, The Road, The Walking Dead, which I recommend brothers go watch The Walking Dead, man, if you haven't seen it already. It's a very good example of how these people are going to group up in little gangs and try to fight over the very small amounts of remaining resources. And all thine shall perish with the sword in the field. Hey, man, so again, there's going to be a lot of bloodshed and killing. And if you want to know a visual picture of how that may be going down, read 2 Esdras 15 and 16. This is 2 Esdras 15 and 58. They that be in the mountains shall die of hunger, and eat their own flesh and drink their own blood for very hunger of bread and thirst of water, man. If that don't put chills down your spine, I don't know what will, man. That's why you have to move with fear in this thing, because Yahweh Bashem Yahushai doesn't have to take you out quickly. The Most High, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, can make your ass fucking suffer, man, to the point where you looking at your 10 fingers and you're saying, hey, well, I got 10 of them. Maybe if I eat 2, man, you're bugging out, man. Drinking your own blood, eating your own flesh, and your own flesh could also apply to fucking you eating your children. That's your own flesh, you know? Because, hey, man, your kid died, little Timmy died. Hey, man, better we eat them instead of starve. That's the type of mentality that these people are going to have, because they're so accustomed to always shoving their face with food, man, eating every 2 hours, 3 meals a day, to the point where they're stuffed, man. That's why America is the #1 obese country in the world, because famine is going to hit this place harder than any third world country ever has. That's why this place is set for great judgments. And drink their own blood. If you got a cut, man, these people are going to be sucking on it, man, to try to get any type of nutrients, only to dehydrate themselves even more, man. For very hunger of bread and thirst of water, man, because hey, when you're hungry and thirsty, hey, man, your mind can play tricks on you, especially if these people don't fast regularly, man. I bet these people don't even fast a single day, man. Like the Day of Atonement that we have every year, it really puts you in that state of mind, and prepares your body and your spirit, which is something that, brothers, I recommend incorporating into your body, into your cycle, because you don't have to go on a 24, 48-hour fast, man. You can do a 20 and 4. I did it the other day, out of not even realizing it, man. I skipped lunch and I ate pretty early the couple nights before, and I was said, hey, shit, man, if I go 2 more hours, then that's 20 hours, man. And your body, when it's not digesting food, it turns over into a healing process. It starts healing your food, it starts clearing your colon, and knocking down that calcified shit that you got in your large intestine. So it's very beneficial, not just physically, but spiritually, to be able to get in that state of mind of going without. But we understand that Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai is going to take care of us, but you may go without food and water for a day or two, man. So you have to have that faith. So with faith, also, you got to be moved with fear. So, hey, man, fear the Lord, because like I said, he don't have to take you out fast. A bullet to the head. That's mercy. But, hey, man, move with fear. And Yahweh Ratazah, this lesson be edifying to the elect. Until next time, I like to say Shalom. And this is your brother Amar from the GMS Idaho camp saying DTA and a Baba Ball soon. Till